Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How They Ale. It's Sunday night and it is comparison night. That's right. If you saw my video on Friday night, you'll know that the beer was the new Guinness alcohol free. Well, that gives you a bit of a clue to tonight's comparison. It is Guinness alcohol free versus Guinness regular run of the mill. And I've wanted to do this for quite some time, but we had to wait quite a long time for the alcohol free to come back into public domain because it was stopped from production for a little while due to a few little microbes which caused chaos and mayhem, and all credit to the brewery for stopping production and stopping all the release of what was available just to make sure that it was spot on for everyone to enjoy. So there we go. Those are the two beers: regular run-of-the-mill Guinness, which we all know and love, and the alcohol-free. I want to do this just to try and highlight the differences or similarities between the two beers. We're going to give it the whole versus kind of scoring as well, just for fun. But this is more to find out the differences and similarities, like I say, and to see how close the alcohol-free really is. Now, on Friday night, I remembered it being quite close, just a little bit thinner and a little bit sweeter than the regular Guinness Draught Stout. So, without further ado, let's get them out into glasses and see what we think. So we are going to put the alcohol-free in the Guinness glass just because I want to. It's the only Guinness glass I've got. And we're going to put the regular into the Titanic pint glass. So the alcohol-free. Now these are both nitro beers, so they get a nice good surge on them. And we're going to appreciate the surge again on the alcohol-free as we pour. And we're going to turn it to face the camera just to enjoy. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? It's a thing of beauty watching a Guinness settle. And I think what we're going to do, for part of the video, I'm going to speed it up when it actually gets there. I think, maybe, who knows. I'm probably talking and it's going to be sped up and you won't hear it. I'm going to time how long it takes to settle. Pop it up on the video just for one of the comparisons. That's almost settled. There's only a few bubbles left, just coming up to the head. We'll call that one done. Okay, so that's alcohol-free Guinness. It looks amazing. Into my Titanic glass, we'll go the regular Guinness Draught. Also with its widget, a lovely widget. Same thing, we're going to let it settle. And it is a thing of beauty watching it settle, isn't it, really? This one I have a feeling will take longer than the alcohol-free, just from what I'm seeing so far. And we all know bar staff absolutely hate you ordering a pint of Guinness at the end of a round, mainly because it takes forever to pour, and they can be doing other things while they're waiting on the Guinness. So yeah, so this is, like I say, I think it's going to be longer. I will try and put a time on the video when we get to about the same point. That's about the same point. So the visuals, the alcohol-free versus the regular Guinness. I'm going to hold them side by side. What can you see that's different, if anything? They are the same colour to my eyes. The heads are the same. Is there a difference? Can you see one? I don't think I can. Visually, they are the same. So we are going to pop some points on the board for now, and then we'll go to the score at the end, just for fun. So for the appearance, they're exactly the same. I cannot score them. They are a score draw, and I've put them up as the ABVs because you've got the 0.0 and the 4.1, which is what the can is. So what we're going to do for the point scoring here, we're going to say similar or different, and if they're different, we'll give a point to the winner. So for the aromas, the alcohol-free, it's roasty toasty malt. A little bit of sweetness coming through. Very creamy, very delicious. It's almost like a honeycomb sweetness on the back end. Now, the regular Guinness, it's too similar. It is so similar. They are nigh on identical on the aroma. Don't know what that's all about, but they are identical to my nose. They are poured cold, because I do like my Guinness cold. I know some people prefer it warm, and generally my stouts I prefer warm. But they are so similar. There is almost nothing at all that I can call different between the alcohol-free and the regular. So the next score comes on the body test, and Guinness is famed for being sort of good and heavy and full. It's a square meal in a glass, is the old saying I know when I was growing up. As for the alcohol-free, it's a good medium body, silky smooth. It's nitro delivered beer, so you expect that. Silky smooth, medium weight, soft as you like. And I love the fact I can sit and drink as many of them as I want. As for your full fat leaded Guinness 4.1%, the body on this one is a little bit heavier, as I mentioned. Same silky, soft, smooth mouthfeel, same creaminess to it. It's just a little heavier. And it is what I remembered. You know, full fat Guinness is a little bit heavier than your regular Guinness. So it gets the body point. Wasn't really in doubt, if I'm honest, on that one. But the most important bit of a Guinness is the flavour. And the alcohol-free Guinness, it has the roasted malt. It does. It is quite sweet, and it is like that honeycomby sweetness versus the full fat one, which is just a little less sweet. That is really it. You've got a similar roasted goodness. You've got maybe a touch more bitterness on the full fat leaded version. Yeah, touch more bitterness on the full fat, little sweeter on the alcohol free. Now, taste, as we know, is subjective, but for me, it's so small here that you are going to kind of struggle to choose a winner. If you prefer sweeter, you're going to prefer the alcohol free. If you prefer them slightly more bitter, like I do, you're going to prefer the full fat Guinness. You know, and when I put it like that, I have to give the point to the full fat Guinness. But realistically, like I say, we're not here to find out which is the winner. We're just looking at the differences and similarities, and they are really quite similar. You know, after sort of, if you're concentrating on something else, you know, you're having a good time, family barbecue, whatever it is, you know, you might be out for a night, out, as old Mickey Flanagan would say. It might well be a case of you just can't tell the difference because you're just knocking it back and enjoying it and sipping it. And you don't notice that lack of bitterness because you're concentrating on the talking and the food and everything else. That's what you want. You want something that is going to be similar enough for you to just sit and ignore those differences or just not even spot them in the first place. And Guinness have really nailed it on the head with this one. I don't think they could have got it much closer. It'd be nice if they could, don't get me wrong. But from a marketing perspective, you know, it's pretty damn good. And let's be honest, if it was identical to the real thing, would they hurt their sales? Who knows? Let's be honest. They probably don't want to. So, anyway, the finish is good. It is good on the alcohol free, as I said on Friday night's video. But let's just recap, shall we? You get the roasted malt. It starts there, it finishes there, and then you just get a little bit of sweetness to back it up. It really is quite nice. The full fat on the alcohol free. That doesn't work, does it? The finish on the full fat version. A little bit more roasted malt coming through, but not a lot in the grand scheme of things. It really isn't a lot. Try not knocking those cans over. Bitterness is a little bit more prominent on the back end, but again, if you are occupied with conversation or stuffing your face full of yummy food, are you going to notice? Probably not. You know, you've got other things occupying your palate and your mind. The alcohol-free Guinness really has just got it down to a fine art. So, yeah. It is very, very similar on the finish. It's just a little bit of sweetness that comes through. But which do I prefer? I like the roasted malts a lot of all of them. I like the sweetness. I like the bitterness of the full fat leaded version. It's a tough one because some of my favourite stouts are a little bit sweeter. You know, your pastry stouts and the likes. But equally, some of my also favourite stouts are your big imperial stouts that are just bitter through and through. I can't call it on this one. I'm going to call it a draw. Which is, it's not very often I get 3 score draws on a review comparison. But we've got 2 points in favour of the alcohol-free, 2 points of the alcohol-containing Guinness. But like I said, it's not the point of this video. It's really just to demonstrate just how similar they are. And they really are similar. You know, flavour-wise, aroma-wise, body-wise. You know, the biggest tangible difference is the body of the full fat one, which is just a little heavier. The mouthfeel is the same. It's soft, silky smooth and creamy. And as I say, it's a little bit sweeter on the alcohol-free Guinness. So, there we go. If you are wondering if the legend that is full fat Guinness Draught Stout, can it be equalled without the alcohol? The answer is yes, I think it can. I used to drink Guinness till the cows came home when I was younger. It was a beer that I just love. I still do, if I'm honest. And I'm kind of miffed that I can't have as much of it in my medical situation. But the boys and girls at Guinness have really, really done me a favour by bringing out the alcohol-free, because it is just so damn close. And realistically speaking, there are some beers that you can't replace with an alcohol-free version. But I think they've managed it with the Guinness. I'm going to be brutally honest. You know, whilst I might prefer certain aspects of the full-fat leaded version, I don't dislike anything about the alcohol-free. And that's the important bit for me. You know, I can sit and have these and I don't feel like I'm missing out on the experience of drinking a Guinness. And if you can get that, I think you've nailed it completely. So there we go. That is my video comparing the alcohol-free and the full-fat Guinness. We'll leave it there and say those have been the beers. I've been Nick. Those are the buttons. You know what to do with them by now. You've got like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of as you wish. And definitely let me know if you've tried the alcohol-free Guinness. Everyone's tried the full-fat Guinness. Let's be honest. And I will see you again soon for another one.